Alright, so first off, this is video number 1, extra credit 3. Okay, so I'm gonna go area with the answer choices right here. You can see that, yeah, that looks fine. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is, because all the numbers here have an x, that means they have a factor of x. So the first thing we're going to do before we start anything is factor out x. So divide everything by x, which just means that the GCF is 0. Sorry, oh my god, sorry. GCF is x, meaning that one of the solutions is 0 because it would look like that otherwise. And then x equals 0. Oh my gosh, equals 0. That's one of our solutions. Wow, yep, have that as a solution now. Yay. Okay. Now you don't have to change anything because it doesn't really do anything rather than just telling you that 0 is a solution. But you could write it differently if you wanted to, but you don't have to. Anyways, so now I'm going to find the first 3 factors of 36. I could go higher, but you mentioned that we only have to use the first 3 in most of them. Anyways, the factors of 36 are as follows. 1, obviously, plus or minus, because yep. It can be divided by 2, so plus or minus 2. And then the next biggest one would be 3, because 36 divided by 3 is 12. 3. Alrighty, we have those numbers. Can you see that? I'm going to move the pen because I can't see my own handwriting on the video. There we go. Okay. Plus or minus. Oh, wow, that's very thick. Okay. Now we are going to use synthetic division to figure out which ones will work. So you can see from this, it's all positive. So if you use synthetic division to divide, synthetic division involves adding. So if I were to add any factor that's a positive, it wouldn't work because it would just become a really big number, and we don't want big numbers. We want to find a solution. So I'm gonna write here, no positive. All right. Okay. Here. Obviously, we are going to start with. I'm going to start with writing down. So 2. You just write the coefficients of the big polynomial. Or this is a 5-degree polynomial. Yeah. Okay. So 2 coefficient. 11. Alrighty. 16. Alrighty. 15. Alrighty. And 36. I have correlated, yeah. Alrighty, so I now start synthetic division. I can start at -1, but for the sake of brevity, I'm going to start with -3, because if I did -1 and I did all that from -1 to 3, let's just start from biggest to smallest. Alright, okay, -3. Here's this. Dang it, no. Please don't run out of ink right now. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Okay. So first thing you do is you bring down the 2. You bring down the first number in the order, and then you times that by the by the denominator. K. This is K. By K. I don't know why I didn't say that. So 2 times -3 is obviously it's -6. Then you're gonna add it, which is 6, because no, wait, hold up. Are you gonna add it? It equals 5. I'm so smart. 5. They're gonna times this number by -3 to create -15. We're gonna add that to there. That makes it 1. And then you're gonna do 1 times -3, which is -3. You're gonna add that, which is 12. Oh my gosh, look at it. Negative 3 times 12 is negative 36, which means it's a factor. Yay! So, negative 3. If it were asking for the linear functions, then it would be x plus 3. But it's just asking for the factors in this case. So, negative 3 is an answer. We're going to put that on the side because in the future there may, you can't see it, in the future there may be things where it is more than one answer to those questions. Anyways, so now we are going to find, we're going to keep going because even though it is turned into a 4-degree polynomial, or I don't know what it's called, but it's now 4 terms. Wait, no, now it's 3. I know it's a cubic. Because we simplified that from an x to, anyways, it's still not small enough. We need to make it smaller. So in order to do that, guess what we have to do? Synthetic division. I actually love synthetic division. Anyways, I'm not going to rewrite it again because that's a waste of ink and time. I'm just going to start again from here. Since negative 3 worked, we are going to try it again. Because second time's the charm, right? Okay, so same process as before. Please don't run out of ink. It looks good on ink. Bring down the 2, as I have right there. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, alrighty. And negative 6 divided by 5 is negative 1. And then negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Because negative something is negative positive. Positive 3 plus 1 is 4. Oh my gosh. And then 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Which means, boom, 0. Now looky here, we have a quadratic formula. Oh my goodness gracious. We're going to turn it, we're going to reassign its x value, so 2x squared minus just x, because negative 1 x is just x, negative x, and then plus 4. Alrighty, now we have our quadratic. This does not look factorable, because that would take some serious brain power, and also it's not a real number. So because of this, we are going to use the quadratic formula, which the quadratic formula is negative, actually now as I say it, is negative, actually no, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 over a. So I'm just going to assign it to the quadratic formula. So b, as we see here, is negative 1. We would just assign it 1 because the negative 1 minus, whenever you apply it to the formula, it reverts the opposite sign. So if it's negative, it's a positive, positive becomes negative. Anyways, after that, as I said, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which, oh my gosh, negative 1 squared is, oh my gosh, it's 1. 1 minus 4 times a, which is 2, and then times c, which is 4 right there. Alright. Now that we have, oh sorry, I almost forgot, times 2a, which is 2 times 2, is 4. Okay, guys. Now, we are going to simplify it, I guess, which we just do this part. So, negative 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 4 is, hold up, sorry. Yeah, negative 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 4 is 32. And 32, sorry, 1 minus 32 is negative 31. So you would just put that over here, 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 31 divided by 4. I'll have to hear. I know I'm British for a second. Now that we have this, a negative square root is weird, and we need to make it look normal-ish. So I'm just going to turn that. I'm going to factor it. So the square root of negative 31 it turns into 31 times I, because I equals the square root of -1. So basically, we just simplify that, and then now we go. Now it turns into 1 plus or minus the square root of 31i, because now you're timesing it. You're just saying 31 is times the negative square root of -1, which is I. So I over 4, and boom, bada bing. You can. The answers are 1 plus this or plus minus. You get the point. Okay, now we have all four of our answers, right? We have 3. Since it was used 2 times here, it's -3 multiplicity of those, or sorry, 2, right? Because it was used two times in the synthetic division. And then we're gonna put this chunky of a thing up here, which is 1 plus or minus the square root of 31i over 4. And oh my goodness gracious, we have the solutions. That is how you find the factors of a big polynomial. Thank you.